and get cut off in the middle, and then we start.
You ain't gonna make that, my guy.
One thing, and the next thing you know,
not in this life or next.
You know? It's like daycare.
It's like we're in your head. It's like we're in your head.
I don't even want to be in my own head. All right, folks, that's it for the 7 o'clock hour. Word.
What are we doing?
One last night of brain-busting fun for awesome prizes.
Freaking real. Welcome in, everybody. The plans for the weekend. What do we got going? I'm driving. I will get caught up on comments as soon as I get to a red light, but welcome in, welcome in. Hope everyone's day is starting well, or if you're in the afternoon, I hope it's going well.
Join the sing-along event. Feel the harmony with us.
So I don't know how close that was to actually 10 minutes if you were in the previous live, but it seems like 10, 15 minutes. That's what it seems like anyways. Are you stopping for me? Okay. I didn't realize that was a 4-way stop or a 3-way stop. I thought that was only a omnidirectional stop. Not gonna lie, a little confession from Dad here. This morning's been a little wild because Son and I overslept by exactly 1 hour. Woke up to the alarm. Thought it was the right time, but it was 1 hour off. So I gotta check our alarm when we go home to see if our alarm is set wrong or if we just slept through an hour of the alarm before we woke up. I don't know which of the two may have occurred, but one of them did. So it made for a interesting morning commute. Basically, we were racing, and Son was eating snacks for breakfast in the car. He had raisins and muffins. I got Charlie Brown back. I got Chunky. My day is going very well. That's awesome. It was around 30 minutes. Okay. All right. See you, CB. And so, yeah, about 30 minutes. Okay. So, Son goes to a parochial school, and I don't know if most people don't call it that. It's a faith-based school, and so there's morning prayers. And since I'm one of the coaches for a lot of the sports there, for 3 different sports, I stay with the school and say my morning prayers with the students. And so it takes a little while to do the prayers and do the announcements, but I like to be there with not just Son, but the rest of my student athletes. But then I start heading home, and I gotta go to work, which it'd be a lot cooler if I was like a gym teacher or something and just stayed at the school. But maybe someday. So do you got anything planned? I don't know who else besides you, Chunky, is in the chat, but do you got anything planned for the weekend? Anything fun coming up? Because I'm positive we're doing something tomorrow, which we'll be live at. It's an amusement park. So we'll be at a water park, amusement park combination. So at some point tomorrow we'll be doing that. And then we'll also be live at Taekwondo for sure. We're always live at Taekwondo. Don't you go. Yeah, that's a much better decision. Stay where you're at. Just imagine in a couple months once when you see this tree line as I'm driving home from school drop-off, there's going to be no leaves on any of those trees. It's going to be a completely different view. Which is totally fine with me because I love the fall. I absolutely love the fall. Okay, there we go. My brother's coming, but he isn't. I'm not catching the last part of that, Chunky. He isn't existing to be with? He isn't. You mean exciting? Sorry, reading through, leaning over at the red light there. Or is he exhausting to be with? Because his family can be exhausting as well. Making through the... And Chunky, what about your voice bothers you, like, to go live? Like I said, I'm not the hugest... When I hear my voice back on recordings, I'm not the hugest fan of it. I think it's just more about confidence, and so that's why Mama doesn't like taking over the live. She doesn't like talking either. And so it's about the confidence. And whatever people say in the chat, don't ever let it get to you, ever. That's why I'm so fortunate in our community we have such great mods that like keep it clean and make sure it's a safe place where people aren't saying crazy stuff. Now on these ones, if the mods aren't here, I can't necessarily tell you if people are saying crazy things. So, but don't let that get to you. All right, pulling in. And parking the truck. All right. Now I can get caught up on chat for a couple minutes before I have to start work. And then remind you of the next live times. Okay, there we go. Put back the trifold. Okay, there we go. All right, we're home. Hey, Jennifer. I'm walking into work because officially since I work from home, this is work. Your voice is high pitched, my voice is deep. There's the Norman stand. That's where we were painting Norman yesterday. So like I said, it's literally our front stoop that I hang out on. He is inside, safe, sound, taking a nap, and depending on this evening's proceedings, it'll probably be next week that I work on the second coats, because usually Friday, if we're doing something outside, we like to turn on the fire pit, our little guy, or the big fire pit, and just have an evening fireside chat. If that makes sense. Jennifer, it definitely has its advantages. I'm not a huge fan of working from an office, but I've done this for going on 14 years now. As you can see from the car missing, Mama goes to an office. Yeah, I've done it for 14 years, so I don't know it any other way at this point. It was well before COVID that I started working from home. And it definitely has some advantages, for sure. So I love it. Okay. So sorry I didn't see a lot of the chat earlier. Oh, what do we got going on here? Just driving on the curbs. Is that just normal that people do? So they're going to be doing a lot of construction. So over the next coming live, see anywhere you see a flag and then the pink paint, they're going to be breaking up like the gutters and the driveways and repairing, replacing, fixing. Nothing's marked on our side, so we're all good. But we'll be seeing that and having that activity in and around the neighborhood. So you'd wear jammies all day. I wear my, like, literally what I wear, the athletic shorts, and then for the top, a lot of times I either have to put on a polo or a polo and a sport coat for when I go into meetings. But waist and below stay in my athletic shorts, if that makes any sense. I don't do the jammies. I'm not gonna lie, don't tell anybody, but Mama, since she doesn't have to go on camera for her job, on the few days she works from home a month, she stays in her sleep attire till about lunchtime, and then at lunchtime she puts on like traditional regular clothing. Morning. So, but yeah, I throw this on. I got to take son to school, so I can't be in jammies. I got to be dressed. So that's me. But give me 6 hours and 20 minutes. So 6 hours, 20 minutes, we'll be live again. I'm pointing at this like you can see my clock. We're at 8:10. So about 2:30, 2:35 is when the next live will start, when we go to pick up son. I do not have conflict, so I will be going with Mama for the pickup. And we'll reconvene then. And I'll leave you on a shot of the lake. Let's go there. I wish I lived on the lake. But you can even see the little boat and a dock out there. Nice, calm water. So you guys take care. I'll see you in the next one. Appreciate you. Have a good day until we connect again. All our best. What do we have for breakfast? I haven't eaten yet, Chunky, so that's what I'm going to do before I get into my meetings. My first meeting's in 19 minutes. So I'm going to go eat now and then get into my meeting. So I'll see you guys. Take care.